It was a crisp autumn evening when four friends, Emma, Ryan, Alex, and Sarah, decided to take a weekend road trip through the countryside. They had just graduated from college and were eager to explore places far removed from their bustling city lives. After hours of driving down winding country roads, the group arrived at the edge of a dense forest late Friday night. According to the map, Whispering Hollow lay somewhere within these trees. There were no signs or markers indicating anyone else had been there recently, or possibly ever. Still, they pressed on, flashlight beams cutting through the thick darkness as they trudged deeper into the woods. The air grew colder as they walked, despite the warm weather earlier in the day. An eerie silence enveloped them. Even the wind seemed reluctant to disturb the stillness. After nearly 2 hours of hiking, they stumbled upon the first sign of human habitation. A crumbling stone archway covered in moss, vines twisting around it like skeletal fingers, clutching at something unseen. Emma whispered, her voice trembling slightly, "This must be it." Beyond the archway lay the remains of what might once have been a thriving village. Broken cottages leaned precariously against each other, their windows shattered and doors hanging off rusted hinges. A central well stood in the middle of the clearing, its wooden bucket long since rotted away. Everything smelled faintly of earth and decay. They set up camp near the well, lighting a small fire to ward off the chill. As they ate dinner, none of them spoke much. The oppressive quiet of the village weighed heavily on them all. But soon, something changed. At first, it was subtle, a soft murmur carried by the breeze, almost indistinguishable from the rustling leaves. Then it became clearer. Voices whispering words they couldn't quite make out. The sound surrounded them, coming from every direction at once. Yet no matter how hard they listened, they couldn't pinpoint its source. Sarah asked, clutching her jacket tightly around herself. "What is that?" Ryan replied, scanning the shadows nervously. "I don't know. Probably just the wind." But it wasn't the wind. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, until they sounded like dozens of people talking simultaneously. And then, they started calling their names. Each name slithered into their ears like a snake, sending shivers down their spines. Panic began to rise among them. Alex said firmly, grabbing his backpack, "We need to leave